on Zoom right now, and hello everyone on Facebook, and hello everyone on Zoom. Um, so I'm trying to see if you guys can know. Um, so I see a couple persons um, on here um, on the Zoom, and I'm just gonna be share share. Let's see if I can share the screen here. See a couple persons here. I can see some live feedback, which is great. Just need to turn it off. Hello, Kelly. Just there you go. Perfect. Here, I pause it, and I think I got it all. Hello, everyone. So welcome to this Wednesday Zoom call. So I'm just gonna turn it. Let me see if I can do this. So I'm sharing the screen here. Let me know if you guys see my screens here. Hello, everyone. Um, um, I've been haven't been doing it for a while, so just bear with me. I'm trying to share the screens here. Share here. Yeah. So this is a Wednesday Zoom call, but I do this for a lot of months, a lot of weeks, um, and I think I started doing this for three. When I kind of like have my quarterly meetups, I have since 2016, 17, and then I started doing it more often over the years, and it has been a has been good little break for me. I basically stopped doing. Actually, I started really aggressively doing meetups and Zoom call. Cheers, everyone. And since March last year, when we all stuck at home, and my gosh, um, I figured out that I have to do something, otherwise I go crazy, and um, and hence I did. I go crazy basically from a lot of Zoom call meetings, a lot of yeah, and then I even go to the go have couple trips on going to US and look at deals, and but it has been it has been good little break, and I just decided that go back to basics for the people that who have been watching me, seeing me how I've been sharing on apartment investing, so to speak, and it's it's actually good as I share more since 2 years ago when I was sharing this in library, and and some of you might know me then, some of you don't know me, but it's basically you see the slides here. It's 2008, 2019, 2 years ago, February 9th. So exactly 2 years ago, I started having this more formally sharing. I have a lot of coordinating meeting before that, but um, I really want to kind of want to go back and revisit this um, um, as a nutshell of how we buy apartments, how we go and I, by the way, I didn't create these steps. I didn't create this X steps or 10 step, whatever the, if you include the other steps, in moving into to the next and managing for profits. But really, the X steps is really important, and we over the years, I actually make a course for that. I have an online course for people that who wanted to go through them themselves, and a lot of spreadsheets, informations. Again, I I don't take the credit of creating the system myself. I learned from some people that's really smart and willing to share, and I add a lot of components as in how Canadians and myself um, were able to utilize the system and really um, do it from here, and whether it's 2,000 miles away, or like half continent way. My market is in the Midwest. So um, it's really come down to is a step-by-step process, by the way. As you can see, let me know if you guys can see the screens here, but it's really a step-by-step process uh, to basically to buy apartments, to invest in apartments, so to speak. Um, and you don't have to know all the connections. You can start a step-by-step process, which when I come across this system, is find it um, very how do you say, it's not easy, there's a difference between easy and simple. It's not the easy. I'm gonna tell you that it's not the easy to do all the steps in 3 months. Okay. And if you were telling me that you want to buy your apartment buildings, like you don't have any experience and doing it before, I'm going to tell you that it's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging, but I mean, it's not impossible. But um, I did this and go through the whole process for myself and learn in 6 months, and then really go hard in the next 9 months. And then I first got my first apartment buildings, and it's a followable step by step process, and we're gonna go for this. And I want to keep this weekly Zoom call in about 30 minutes or so, because I do believe I hope this is something that you guys can log on here and there, and can review the notes on a weekly basis. I'm doing this um, kind of as we go. I don't want to over burn out myself. As last time I explained it 2 weeks ago, I burned out myself because I did like 26 Zoom calls last year between March and September. So I basically burned out. I'm not going to do it, and I'm going to focus back a lot more on marketing. This is one thing that I do, sharing. But look at this. It's really simple. It's really simple, but it's not easy process. But we're gonna go through this in more details in today's presentations. Okay. So first of all, I call it multimillionaire maker series. That it is not a lie. And when you are touching on, when you are looking at apartment investing, it's not a lie. It's not a lie that you're gonna make a lot of money. Not gonna, it's not unperceivable to make multi millions. I see a lot of people done that. I've done it. A lot of people have continued to do so. So, but it's all starting from having a step by step process. It doesn't make it when you go to the task. It doesn't make it. Oh, I get it. It's not like that. But it does make it have a roadmap. I'm engineering myself like before I joined and doing apartment investing. I'm an engineer myself. I like a lot of people like me have a technical background, would like to always when there's a pond form, step by step process, and or it's just good to know where you're at. My student tell me that this is a good system, and it's a process that you can gauge, and it's a process you can know. So first of all, number one is really easy, and you see that is it's picking a market, and then you move on to once you know that you're gonna pick a market, stay on that market, and then you do marketing. You do marketing, generate the deal flow, right? And we're gonna go through like what the marketings we talk about here. But then after you have the deal flow incoming in. The next thing you do is you build a team. Like building a team is very very important. Building a team is very very important. Trying to meet someone here. Um, because you are, as I said, you're going to be a millions a couple thousands miles away from your team, and from your properties. So you need to build your team, and we're going to go through what are we talking about, what are teams, and how do you screen them, right? And how to find the right people, how to find the good people is very always the key thing, right? um, but then you also need to know what you look at. Do you know if you're looking at the good deals, when you're getting now, the step number two is generating the deal flow. So now is how do you how do you screen the deal so that you can find the good deals, right? And we're going to talk about that a little bit. And after that, you know, you have to make offer continuously, right? You have to make offer continuously, and it's to you know, my mentors once told me that you need to make offers two offers a week, and sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. And but the idea is here just consistently making offers, right? Is consistently making offers, consistently, going travel the market and see the properties. And one day you will get your first apartment buildings, just like we do. We continue to do so. And then after that, so now you know the market, you're going in, you find the deal flow, and you have deals, you have some people to manage for you, and you even analyze, the deals is good. Now you need to, after you make the offers, after you say you have accepted offers, now you have to do the due diligence. And I have just done a couple last week, and it's breaking down into um, um, three, at least three steps. On a high level, you need to look at the financials. You need to make sure the numbers is good, because we talk about investments, and um, it's not at the back of the envelope, so to speak. You need to perform financial due diligence. You look at income, you look at the expense, and you're looking at um, your your income when you're going into properties, and you're looking at your expense when you buy the properties. And what are the things that you could do to the properties, and that is the upside due diligence, so to speak. And what are the things that you can minimize the expense, or maybe you have to recategorize the expense. So you got all the financial numbers from the existing seller or the brokers, from whether that is a package or whatnot. Um, um, and then you decide for that. You look at that. You put in spreadsheets not any spreadsheets, due diligence spreadsheets, and you really you will have a few um, um, parameters or indicator to tell you whether that is a good deal or not, right? And and then that's the financials. And then you move on physical, which is you have to inspect the properties, and you have to get physical inspections by physical inspectors, property inspector to do it. And you have so many things you need to do, including um, um, uh, environmental, asbestos, lead paint, depending on the areas, radon testing, and phase one, phase two, and then the PCA, the physical conditions assessment of the properties. So you need to do all those, right, for physical, and you're going to hire external firm to help you to do it. And because when you're doing, usually when we run apartment buildings, you're doing with the lenders, and which is the next steps, finance your purchase. We can get to that, but you are you are you're doing your physical, a lot of the physical tests I'm talking about, the PCA, the phase one, phase two, the asbestos, and all those things is needed by the lenders, right? The lenders need you to do that, because whether they're lending you 70% or 60% of the money, they have a big chunk of capital investing in your investment. So they're going to have appraiser, you know, that is a little bit of, that's financials, appraiser coming in, but is approved by the lenders to approve the value. They're going to have the inspector approved by in the area, who is abided by the regulations in that state and the federals, to to give out specific reports so that the lenders know what they're talking about. So that's physical, that's physical. And then legals, legal is all from um, when you hire a local real estate lawyers to do your uh, legal due diligence and take a look at the title, whether the title is good title or not, right? The lawyer should be able to tell you that whether it's good title or not, whether that is existing mortgage on that is currently or there's any lien or there's any fire reports, there's any complaints from cities. So all those things legal due diligence. So I spent about 5 minutes talking about that. Obviously, that's way more than that, but I just wanted to give you a heads up on, this is really conical orders, um, but you would spend when you got an offers on contract. Let's say you put an offer and then you accept it, and it will take 2 to 3 weeks um, um, 2 to 3 weeks um, thank you. I got a message saying that I need to correct. Yeah, I will correct it. Um, is a test whether to see whether you guys actually pay attention. But thank you. But we change it to 10 step to buy multifamilies real estate. Again, I'm an engineer, and so I like to put in steps. But anyway, so you finance your deals basically by pulling the fund from investors, and if you have investors like we do, which is great, or working on your investor list, which is also great, and you couple with investor funds, and then with the lenders funds, and then that's how you buy it, right? If you, let's say it's a $5 million properties and you need to accumulate $2 million funds, and you need to from the investors, which is equity stake, and then it could be a debt stake as well. It could be a debt stake as well, but and then you couple with lenders funds of 3 million. So that's the 60-40% of the money is coming into that, and you may put in some of the money to have the skin in the game as a person that you're going to control the properties and working with investors. So after that, after you find a deal, do the due diligence, and it's all coming in flying colors. Now you can close the deal, right? And then you move on to the next, and then managing for profits. So again, it's someone that broken down this step-by-step process, and I basically sharing, adding my nuance for Canadians, but and then how do you do it remotely? But this really come down to pick the market, generate deal flow consistently, and you're going to be analyzing the deal, and you build a team to manage it for you, which is the step number 10. And then you have to constantly making offers, constantly doing due diligence, but consistently raising capital is one thing that a lot of new investors also need to do. If you don't have doctors friends, if you don't have lawyers friends that does have, or you're not doctors, like I'm not, um, like and then you have to raise your own capital, like and basically that's and hold another ball game of going out and meet investors. But the intent of this is not to overwhelm you. The intent of this is so that you have just that's about 10, 8 or 10, thanks for correcting, steps that you have to focusing on, and hardly anyone that in like will be able to do it all, like especially at the beginning. So it also give you our landmark as a holder, as in where you want to do some of those things. Maybe you are very good at meeting people, and maybe you're very good at finding deals. So what some of the people will do, just like when we started building our company, is we have assigned certain people to do certain things that we think they love and they do love and they're good at, and you can do it that way. Or you can also learn how to how to um, how to do a few of those, and then decide what is a good way to start. So picking the market, again, we have about 8 minutes left here for this half an hour call. But picking the market is it. it's more as an art, and then also research. You can do this picking a market, deciding a market in 2 3 months, or you can decide a market continuously, and you move on in your investing game. I started on the few different markets when I started, and I find it very good because I didn't focus on the whole US, so to speak. And here's some of the resources. Um, Feel free to copy, or feel free to ask me for a copy of this, and you can go to U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, find the different areas, different county in U.S. and they give you a lot of ideas, and everyone look at market a little bit differently, and there's no um, golden market, so to speak. You have different strategies as in what you want to buy, and that would dictate how you want to invest in market. If you want to go in the market, you're going to reap the benefit of the next 2 years. If you probably want to go in all like appreciate the market right now, but if you want to go in and reap the benefit in 5 7 years and solid growth and the cash flow right now, you're going to have different market criteria than the other person. But first of all, you pick the market and go through some of the research that I'm showing here, and then give you an ideas, and then you deep dive into it. And when we talk about market, we majorly talk about primary market, which is everyone's know San Francisco, Boston, New York, all those big cities, Seattle's, Washington's, and then you talk about the secondary, which is sometimes is the second or the even a lot of market in the Midwest and the middle part of the U.S. There's a lot of secondary market that have some smaller populations, and then you go on to tertiary market, smaller market that have less competition, so to speak, because of less competition. Sometimes you may be able to find better deals in terms of cash flow, in terms of meeting the cap rate, meeting the cash on cash, and so you can do those find treasury market. And then after that you first you have to decide what market you want to enter in. Again, I see very successful investors go to very huge market, and I see also very successful investors go to treasury market, and everything in between. So it's really your choice. um, but when we look at market, we look at two or three, so that we know, and then we'll look at different size of market. We look at big market like California, and we also looking at smaller market like Denver or Austin, smaller market. So we by doing that, you kind of get this view of the whole country. But one thing that we didn't do is we didn't go all in and just look at all the whole United States, because that would be very overwhelming. But then after you pick, two or three, let's say you pick two market, now what you can do is like start digging in, confirming what is the initial thought that you think those are the good things. So you will start talking to the local economic development and then chamber of commerce. By talking to those people, you're going to get um, a lot of info that you weren't able to get on just talking to real estate brokers, or even just talking to it's just reading on news, because news is very biased sometimes, unfortunately. And then after that, you have to make a final decisions of what is the market that you want to go in. And one thing that I wish that we didn't do, but we did, is we were spending a lot of time on deciding on the market. And other than spending a lot of time doing back and forth which market you're investing in, one thing that I should have done, and I would like to share with all you guys, is I would rather to actually look at actual deals coming in from those market, instead of keep bouncing back and forth on research material saying Austin is good, or Denver is better. I, I should have actually look at the deals. And then once you look at 20, 30 deals on each market, you know what part of the market you want to invest in, and it will help you to decide the ultimate decisions that you want to go in as an investors. So I hope they help you, because I swear to God, I didn't do it. And oh, I'm really slow, so I'm probably not going to finish. So just give me seconds. I'm just okay. That's a lot of slides. So next thing is generating the deal flow. Um, So you contact brokers, start contacting brokers on the market that you said that you have your eye on. And even though you might not be 100% sure that is your market, okay, that's okay. Okay, that's okay. If you know that you have 50 to 70% or 60% you're going into the market, start contacting brokers, because what it does will help you to generate deal flows. And there's only with actual deals flow on the market will help you to understand whether that market is for you to go in or not. Okay. And then after that, you have to start building a team. And one questions I got asked quite a bit is, how do you build a team? It's actually very simple. You ask questions. You ask your lawyer. You ask your brokers. You ask your brokers is no, is one thing that I always do. So I always ask, who is the property management company that you think, based on my searching criteria of the property, I should be talking to. Okay, and then I ask the same questions again. Do you have a good experience with real estate firm that doing this kind of deal, aka apartments, commercial apartments? And I go for the same question again with insurance agents, go for the same question again with property inspectors, and and then I go for the same question again with the whole list of people that I need help with, which is property managers, lawyers, accountants, brokers. I even asked refers on brokers, and then inspectors, insurance agents, and then cleaners, and then on-site managers. So um, all these people is really necessary. It's really important for you to create a successful investment in your local market. So you need to build your team, and it's only through the time and only through referral. And I mean, if you like to Google, you can Google online the top 10 property management company. I did that, but I always find it referral is much better, because you always find that persons have really have a positive that even though maybe acquaintance that have a positive experience or recommend you to go to that. Um, so build your team, don't delay. As only the building team that you're going to go into the market, of course. And then analyzing deals, I'm going to skip this quickly. I'm not going to be able to do this in 2 minutes. I mean, even you're good, you would probably spend, after all these years, I've been analyzing 100 deals. Um, and you still need to, I still need about 5 minutes to actually look at the deals and confirm whether I should spend more time looking at the deals. But you need spreadsheet, you need analyzing tools to help you to to give you good enough pictures. I say accurate here is, but good enough pictures so that you basically, someone told me that you spend the 5 minutes, so just like all of you guys, you spend the five seconds on the call and decided whether you can spend the next 3 minutes on the call and keep listening to how it um, shooting waters or whatnot. And then you use the 3 minutes experience to go on to decide whether you're going to be on this call for the 30 minutes or not. And then use the 30 minutes to decide it to whether you're going to continue to dive into the next Zoom calls and listen to this channel or not. So it's the same here. So when you look at deals, you look at the high level parameters to see whether you need to spend more times on taking more informations. And then if the upside is there and then the market is good and then the neighborhood is good, you go on to looking at more informations, to spend another half an hour to gather the upside, gather the neighborhood areas, talk to people, see whether this area is good or not, and confirm the upside. So again, it's very very important analyzing deals so that you know that you actually getting, you have a good picture of what kind of return you're going to get yourself into. And as I said, making offers, 2 offers a week. You have to make offers consistently, and the only one way you can make offers consistently is that you have a constant deal flow, right? And if you only get 5 deals a week, and you're not going to make 5 offers a week. I mean, you only make offers for the one that is good, and usually you have to have 20, 30 deals a week in order to get to enough actions to making offers. And then it's all about practice. It's all about getting a deal flow. It's about getting your name out there and doing enough marketing to do that. If you don't do that, you either partner someone that who have the capability or has been doing this for years, or it better start learning just like all you guys, which is great. Um, and then do step 6, performing your financial physical due diligence. We talk about a lot of that. I'm not going to talk about spend too much time on this actual slide. Perform DDs, and then the highlight, if I spend five seconds on the slides, is the financials, which is numbers, and their physical, which is the physical conditions of the properties. And then you're doing the legal, which is relying on your legal profession to help you do quite a bit of this. And then you can finance your properties. The two big things is here is where's your money coming from, and when I say the two big thing is where your money's coming from, is either it's going to be typically it's going to be uh, investors. I mean, you're gonna get your investor funds, and you along with the investor funds, your funds, and then you're gonna fund a loan to close it. So how do you piece that puzzle? Obviously, there's way more than just on this slide. The 5 questions that I have answered here. People have a whole career just doing financial purchases, but the two part, the debt money, which is the lenders, whether it's bank or insurance company or CBMS or like 1,000 different kind of lenders, plus the equity money that your money along with the investor you're helping with. So that's the two big part when you're going to finance apartment buildings. And then close the deals, right? And so I kind of have a cheat here. I don't have the acquisition process because obviously I done this for 2 years ago, and but closing the deals is the last thing you have to do, but is a very basically in a nutshell is how do you do all the X steps, and then when you find the property that you want to buy, what are the things you have to do? Let's say if you're closing 60 days from today, what are you going to do from now on to that? Again, we can cover that for the next two 60 seconds, but how do you find the capital? How do you move the money into the lawyer's trust? How do you work with investor to make sure that the money is in the deal? How do you make sure that all the reports is coming from the lenders? I mean, from all the professionals, appraisers, inspectors, to the appropriate people, and then you also have to review it. So how to control the whole process? Because when you are lead investors like we do, what you do is you're kind of the quarterback of the team. You play any spot, you're the quarterback of the team or the captain of the team. You make sure everyone's know what they do, and you relying on the expertise to help to close the deals. But you really have to take it as a lead role to help your investors, help your team to know what's happening, like when your property manager is going to be taking over the properties, what he has to do, and what is your direction to them, and you're going to manage the whole process. So the closing a property is only the beginning. That's where the work start, and then you're going to managing it. You're going to do the upside. You're going to do the investors' cash flow, all those kind of things. But I'm going to end this that. I promise you guys it's only 30 minutes, and I like to keep my words. Um, what I said, I do, and I do. And just want to say thank you for all you guys come to the meetup. I mean, to the Zoom call. This has been good times talking to you all, you guys. And feel free to leave me a quick chat, or like if you want to connect, or keep coming back to this channel. We're gonna have the idea is I want to have this Zoom call every other week. I see if I burn out or not. Honestly, I'm not gonna promise this time, and I don't want to make it feel like work, to be honest. I think every 2 weeks I am really and excited and kind of fresh and coming in and share more of what is the latest apartment investing, what is the deals that we're looking at, what deals that people want to invest maybe, or what is the free education or pay education we're offering right now. So I want to I want to share. I want to continuously to talk to you guys, and hope you guys have have learned something from my sharing today. And I'd love to see you guys all in the upcoming Zoom call. But thanks so much, and thank you, Kelly. And hope you're well, and we're gonna take it offline. Thank you so much, guys. See you all next time. Cheers, guys. Hey, thanks so much, guys, on Facebook here, and want to say thank you for coming here, and we can keep doing this for everyone's here who are interested in doing apartment investings. So stay tuned, and see you all in upcoming videos. Cheers, guys.
Howard, are you still there?
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
Howard, this is Francisca from Toronto.
hey, Francisca. Hey, I see you're still here. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm fine. Yes, I wanted to make sure you got my email. If you could send the slides, please.
Oh, okay. No worries. I will send you the slides. And
Are you
how are
gonna
you doing?
fine?
Yeah.
Are you gonna charge me?
No,
No, because nowadays people charge for everything because of COVID. They say COVID. So that's what I'm
no,
asking.
no, I'm not going to charge you. And
I'm just kidding. I'm just
and
joking.
he's only 10 slides, man. I don't know how I'm going to charge you for.
I'm just joking. It's a joke, Howard. You remember me, Howard?
I do. How I
Yeah.
do remember. I do remember that. I think we probably chat in probably 18 months or maybe even 2 years, right?
We are in peak together. I met you at peak. Now things have changed with me. I own my own penthouse. I have a car now. Things are better.
Oh, oh, that's good news. I love
Yeah.
hearing this good news.
Yep. Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. So if you could send me the slide so that I could look at, I wish you could have had time to do the analyzing of the deals. You know what? You were on the one slide for a long time and you forgot to push it forward.
Oh, is it A? Which,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
no,
first one, you
yeah,
forgot
no,
to push it forward.
because honestly, um, I want this is actually really good comment, by the way, Francesca. This is actually this slides I did it for Zoom call that's actually for 2 hours
Okay.
meeting. So and then we have so much things to share usually. Because you see that I'm not even including the PDF and stuff like that on here, and this is only supposed to be um kind of like, like for people who might have remote interest, because nowadays you can't really get people with the attention span. Some
Yes.
people want, some people want, want a whole Bible. Some people want X slides, and then when you
Yes.
give them more than they needed, they start to be angry.
You know what? You know what? No matter what you do, there will be somebody who will always complain. And that's how human no, it's true. Because I once went to a function where they charged an amount for 495, a networking organization, and they said that it's expensive. And they said that some people, even if you tell them it will cost $50, they'll still complain that it's expensive. So no matter what you do, there are people who will complain. You
Yeah,
can't
no.
you can't please everybody.
Yeah, and then you shouldn't, right? And you, I mean, you do certain things to um you're right. You do certain things to try to make people happy, but you can't
You can't
please.
please everybody, even your
And,
spouse and your children. You can't please them all the time. Yeah.
and then yeah,
So, do you only focus on multi-family buildings?
yes, we do. Yeah.
Well, that's good because that's where the money is. As a matter of fact, I read somewhere that in Kenya, 120 women they got together and bought an apartment building.
Hey, it's that's where the
Yeah, they
that's
all
where
put in money. Yeah, that's an easy way, right? You've done that before, right? Where you ask people to donate 10,000, right?
I don't know if I donate that much. I definitely lend people that much, unfortunately.
No, I meant no. I meant to say you had people who were those who were interested in a building, in an apartment building. You asked each of them for 10,000, something like that, a few years ago.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't.
no, we're still doing it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and yes, that's the way that we raise capital. Yeah,
Mhm. So everybody will donate 10,000, right? So you're
not
like joint
donate.
ventures?
Yeah, not donate, but invest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Okay,
not really donate. It is really invest together because they have the upside.
okay.
You
I
know,
use the wrong word. I want to
yeah.
ask you something. To analyze a deal, do you have a special tool?
Oh yeah, yeah. We do. Yeah,
Oh, there's
yeah.
a tool, wasn't it? Do you mind sharing the name of the tool?
No, I designed the tools myself.
Oh, it's not like a special software where you plug in the numbers.
It's a special software, but I'm an engineer, so I also created use a tool myself and to analyze it at Manchester. And some people, and then when you go online, that's there's many different software you can use, like
To
and
analyze deals. Okay.
to analyze deals.
You're an engineer. What kind?
I used to be an engineer. I'm not an
Yeah.
engineer anymore.
Yes. What kind of engineer are you? Were you?
Oh, I am an electrical. I was an electrical engineer.
Okay. My brother-in-law is a structural engineer.
Oh,
What structural? That is civic engineer, something like that, right? Whatever.
yeah. I think
Okay.
they yeah.
Okay.
I
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. All right.
I'm always mix up between those two, but then
Okay.
it sounds like you're doing great. It's good to hear great news from people that you know and
Yeah. It
doing.
just popped up when I was on my computer. I said, well, I got a few minutes. Let me check it out before I go out and see what you did. So you do this every other week, is that correct?
No, I I was doing every week, but I don't do it every week anymore. It's a lot of commitment that
Yeah.
I'm not able to do that to commit it. So I decided that take a break. So it's kind of honestly, it sounds really bad, but it's kind of like when I wanted.
Okay. There were just five people. Anyway, that's okay. Some people are working during the day and so many. Okay. All right. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you have stuff to do.
No, hey, it's good to chat with you, and stay tuned and keep coming back. And then I will send you the slide, Winchester.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Nice talking
Thank
with you.
you. Thank
Thank you.
you. Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye bye.
When are you coming back to Toronto? You don't know.
Wow.
With the COVID, you can't tell, right?
Wow. I can't even eat in a restaurant. So
But Howard, Howard, be happy that you are alive.
no, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm just saying that if I come to there, like what I'm gonna do.
Oh, okay, I understand.
I'm not gonna stay in the Airbnb and just be and just at the Toronto Present Airport and then just come back. That sounds really blue.
I mean, after the COVID, you come and
Oh yeah.
visit. You're a member
Yeah,
of
yeah,
PIC, right? You're a member of PIC?
yeah. No,
I
of course, yeah. I
yeah.
remember. I remember. So now I remember. I remember you. Hey, when you come to Calgary and say just call me out there and we can go for quick coffee and stuff like that.
Okay, which is better, Calgary or Edmonton to live in?
Calgary, yeah, Calgary.
Why? Why is
Hmm?
it better? Why is it better?
Oh no, it's not better. It's not. I'm just living here.
Oh, okay then. All right, I'll let you go because I know you have things to do.
All
Okay
right,
then.
bye.
Bye. See you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye bye.